was announced yesterday that Universal, they have the rights to this project because they made I think the last two versions of the film, and haven't had much success in finding the right fit. So yeah, the big spoiler news is that Luca Guadagnino is going to remake Scarface. So yeah, like Luca's tied to so many projects as we speak. Blood on the Tracks, that's the Dylan project. Burial, Lord of the Flies remake, um, via the book, I believe, and then Find Me, which is the Call Me by Your Name sequel. So what was your instant reaction to this film news? It seems like two very odd properties, a filmmaker and a gangster film.
Honestly, my first reaction is uh, good luck if this ever gets made, to be honest. This remake has been kicking around Universal for years. So prior to Luca Guadagnino, the filmmakers attached have been David Ayer, David Yates, Pablo Larraín for a spell, Antoine Fuqua. His version was going to be made with Diego Luna. It was scheduled to film, I believe, 2 years ago, and then fell by the wayside. Um, and the script, everyone's excited that it has a script by the Coen brothers, but I think a lot of people are forgetting that they their version comes after Paul Atanasio and Terrence Winter also did drafts. So my gut feeling is that we're going to see yet another draft of the script, which means studio executives will have to sign off on it. So this could be in development for another spell of time. If it gets made, great. I'm not holding my breath.
So potentially 2025. I amusingly mentioned, I tweeted out that this would be a vehicle for Tilda. So I was calling it Tanya Montana or Antonella Montana.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we can at least expect something unexpected in how he approaches it. But whether or not that sort of unique take is what a major studio wants to do with a very valuable property is, again, I don't see that they're willing to do anything too outside of the box. Um, which again leads me to suspect that he'll he'll have a great time crafting his version, and then they'll move on to someone else. We'll just give them the shoot 'em up gangster movie they want.
I'm sort of hoping that when Michael Mann took over Miami Vice, I'm hoping for something like that where it's like it's a huge property, and then you have somebody who just like you wouldn't necessarily think fits the part, but then oh yeah, it makes sense. I was certainly thinking about how this might look, how this might sound like, or even smell like, seeing that Luca's cinema is very sensorial and yeah, I could imagine like long shots and yeah, all of a sudden Tony Montana was wearing a business suit a la Tilda. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, perhaps, but I mean, the flip side to that coin. I know I'm being very cynical here, but Miami Vice was a big, expensive flop too, and it wasn't. I don't think it was what the studio expected either, and so particularly nowadays when more and more money and more executive jobs are riding on the line of a property doing well. Again, I mean, I would love to see Luca's gangster movie. I don't know if this is going to be the one that hits it.
well put. Hi, I'm Eric Lavallée. I'm editor-in-chief and site owner for IONCINEMA.com, and this is
Kevin Jagernauth, contributing writer for the playlist.
and together we are IndieSponge.